It's your boy Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get rockin'. And how are you all doing on this fine and wonderful and glorious Wednesday afternoon? Yes, it's a little bit cooler than it was yesterday, but mostly clear skies, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it'd be perfectly gorgeous if it was completely clear blue skies. I'm a big fan of sky blue myself. Nothing better than nice, clear sky blue sky. Which I guess is kind of redundant. Although the sky isn't technically blue, from my understanding, it's merely what it filters out from the light spectrum. Although, could we say that that indeed does make it blue? Like, for example, color on something else, right? It's just what it's reflecting from the light spectrum. Is that right? I think. I don't know. That's is that a physics thing or a chemistry thing? Or is it both? Yeah, who knows? I could babble on about that, and maybe I should, or maybe I should save that for the song and dance. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But let me go ahead and get things set up while I ask you how y'all doing. Hope you had a wonderful Wednesday, or whenever it is that you're watching this. Hopefully I'll be able to get it uploaded today, which I should be able to. I haven't had any issues thus far. Knock on this pseudo wood product. I suppose I should get a real wood product in here if I'm going to knock on things for luck, or at least get a salt shaker. I think that's if you spill the salt, you're supposed to throw it over your shoulder for good luck. Alright, we got the terminal open. I already asked you how you doing. Yeah. Ooh, I'm a little, running a little hot right now. Hot. Okay. Alright. So we got the terminal open, editor opening, Firefox is coming up. So I'm looking at, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the editor right now, which it's now, you can't see anymore, because Firefox did come up. But I'm looking at my editor to see where I left off at, and it says, okay, Bella Music School, we have sudo npm audit fix. What does that tell me? That tells me that in our upgrade process, that we actually already ran the install script. And we just need to run that audit fix to see what's going on, to fix what should be fixed. But let's go ahead and change to that directory. Oh, wrong way. Unix, Windows, there is a difference. Alright, so just to be sure that I ran that install script, what we can do, well, if I really wanted to kill time, I'd just run it again. But what we can just do is check the status. And as we can see, the package JSON has already been updated. So that means we're good. We don't have to run it again. So first thing is, let's double check to see what exactly it is that needs to be fixed, or what NPM is saying we should fix. I don't know if I need it to be root to run this, but just to be sure. And it's the denial of service thing again with JS YAML. Okay. Oh wait, this is interesting. These are new. Prototype pollutions. Maybe that was there before, I just didn't scroll up. Prototype pollution. I have no idea what that means. That sounds interesting. Lots of prototype pollutions, apparently. It's all because of Lodash. Okay. I think we can... You know what? Let's look that up. Because now I'm actually kind of curious, because that sounds cool. Prototype pollution. Okay, sometimes you need to extend an array. Right. Okay. Alright. it's kind of like you do something you probably really shouldn't do. That's not nearly as bad, in my opinion. Immediately as bad as a denial of service. The issue with prototype pollution, though, is that if things get built on top of it, it can easily and quickly become out of hand. So, okay, well, it's not like I can only fix certain things. Let's go ahead and run them all. And it should happen fairly quickly. Fairly quickly indeed. Wednesday, middle of the week, hump day, as they say, and we've made it. We have made it. Feels good. Feels good. Again, at work, had a nice, glorious morning commute. Evening commute was a little bit longer, actually. It took me, what do I want to say? Almost took me 25 minutes, which is on the upper end. But, compared to the 40 that it took before, I'm not going to complain. And plus, I imagine if it was on the same traffic conditions as today, it probably would have been up to 55 even. Alright, so, and at least the dogs are being quiet. I'm not sure. Sometimes I thought they only had 2 dogs, 2 medium-sized dogs, but I swear every now and then I hear yapping. So I'm thinking they're like watching a friend's dog sometimes or something. And it's just trying to fit into the pack, so. But this far they're pretty quiet today. Alright, what do we do? Alright, we just ran out of fix, so let's just run it and see if it works. Now the last template worked just fine, so I imagine this should work just fine too. I imagine many a thing. Yeah, looking at all these things. They all sound cool, right? And they probably are pretty cool, but you have to wonder if maybe things are just getting a little too complicated. Just a little bit. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. But, well, if I want to work in this space, I have to work with the tools. Speaking of tools, I wonder if I'll ever get around to doing Vue. Vue as in VUE.js. Although to be honest, I think eventually at my real work I'll start picking it up. So that probably isn't too much rush for me to go in and fill up my precious freelancer time with it. I mean, why do it for free when I can get paid to do it? Eh? Oh, that's taking a surprising amount of time. Or is it surprising? I don't know. I want to say that the other template came up pretty fast. Or maybe the laptop's just trying to get over hump day too. Yeah, I gotta admit now, it's almost been a year since I had this bad boy, and it's holding it pretty good. Pretty good. I think if I had the only knock I might really have against it is it has a C drive and a D drive. The D drive is 2 terabytes, which is pretty good. It's that internal drive that bugs me. I'm not sure. I think it's like only 1 gig, maybe not even 1. And the problem is lots of things get installed on. That's the C drive, and lots of things get installed on that. All the external programs, everything I can move onto the D drive, I do, but like the Windows stuff, I mean, it all goes on the C drives. Eventually, in theory, it could actually fill it all up completely. Alright, so this came up just fine. Alright, that's promising. Oh, wait, it's Control-Shift-K? Control-Shift-K? Control-Shift. Yeah, alright, it only took me 4 days to finally get 4. No, wait, a couple days. Whatever. This is actually week 2, isn't it? Alright. Okay, so we got no warnings on the main page. Excellent. About, no warnings, info. No warnings. Staff. Nothing. Services. Private instruction. Event and musical catering. Nothing. Contact, which is a blank page if I remember correctly. Nothing. And last but not least, login, which, okay, that's definitely a blank page. Alright, go to home. Again, just to check. Double click on home, because I know that used to cause an issue. Alright, that's fine. And check the external link. That came up fine, that's the problem. And yeah, alright, so that came up just fine. So that's looking good. Let's go ahead and commit the changes. Oh wait, README. I didn't clean up README. Ha ha ha. We'll clean up README, because this is no longer technical debt, because we already took care of it. Status again. Git commit-am. Upgrades. Git push. Ask me for my password. And we'll go to GitHub just to double check to make sure that it got there. Watch me be very, very fastidious about this, but then the one I updated 23 seconds ago, right? No, 36 seconds ago. Okay, so that's there. Great, excellent. No, we're not going to quit Firefox. We are going to log out of GitHub, though. So that leaves, let's go back one space. That just leaves the demo project. Alright, let's go ahead and switch to that project in editor. Alright. Wait for it to come up. Ah, there are the dogs. You know what it is, it's because the kids are getting out of school now. So, yeah, showing log status. Oh, file handles. I haven't seen that issue in a while. Alright. I have to pay attention to that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and run it. And I probably should have limbered up for the song and dance. But here we go. So, a-cha-cha-cha. A-cha-cha-cha. I don't know too many dance moves. Well, not too many that I would be willing to share with you, my wonderful and loyal viewers. I do have a couple of special dances, but I only share them with my honey bunny. Okay, so while that's running, well, what can we talk about now? So this is the last project I need to update. It's highly probable that install script is not going to finish before we have to wrap this episode up. So I'm going to go ahead and, yep, the doggies. I'm actually starting up my phones right now. I turn them off when I go to work, and then turn them back on when I come back home. This was my primary phone for the longest time. Still technically is, actually. It's the one that I give everybody. I give just about everybody this number, because I only check the text messages now. What with the robocallers going on now, I don't even bother clearing my mailbox anymore. Whatever. So right now this really doesn't see too much use, other than it's the one that like all my accounts know about. And I also use that as an alarm. And then this bad boy is the one I use for communicating with my honey bunny and other family members when this one isn't working out so well. The advantage of this thing is just it's so freaking big, it's kind of hard for me to misplace. This, on the other hand, plus I feel a little bit more attachment to this. Technically, it's like still in that phase where you got to get enough usage to pay it off, to justify the outlay for it. But this one, I mean, when did I get this? Like 2012? So it's already paid for itself in full. Actually, no, I don't see how it's paid for itself, but I mean, when you think about it, how many people get like a new iPhone every year? And then I've had that thing for like close to 7 years, so I mean, yeah, got my money's worth out of it. That's the way you look at it. Now, one benefit of the hump day is, well, if I was up to my full normal workout schedule, this would have been the third training session of 5. Of course, I'm still only at 4, but that means I've gotten 2 out of the 4 done, so halfway there, which is kind of a nice symmetry to it. As you can tell by all the jackness, I mean, it's not really going to appear in the upper body, because today was actually, I finally did front squats again. I felt that the back and the core was strong enough to withstand going at it, and yeah, they held up pretty well. Although I did get a surprise. So normally when I take like, I want to say about at least 2 weeks off from training, whenever I go back and do normal squats, my hamstrings will pretty much almost always start cramping up that first time back. I start feeling it after like the first or second squat, and usually by the third, if I'm not careful, I have to stop. And then the next week it's fine. But it's like that first time back, it's kind of a jolt. However, I've been doing my training now for, I guess, 2 weeks? 2, maybe 3? I don't know. I have to check my training log. But that didn't happen when I resumed it. So I was like, oh, I'm feeling pretty good about this. So obviously, I'm going somewhere with this. And this is that the front squats. The front squats actually triggered it. Not as quickly as the normal squats did. And it wasn't actually until I think the last set. Oh, wait, what is this? Is this another endgame trailer? Oh, that can't be right. Another endgame trailer? I have to buy my tickets. I'm going to buy my tickets today. Ticket for endgame. I'm going to do that today. I really hoping it's not sold out. I absolutely will be watching that opening night if it can be helped. If I can help it. Actually, I'm not sure how far I'm willing to go watch Endgame. Especially because there's a pretty nice theater right where I'm at, like just down the road. Although that was only until after they did renovations to improve it. Before, I mean, it was even before. I was in there when did Pacific Rim come out? I went there to watch Pacific Rim, and it was an old seating setup. I mean, it was pre-stadium type seating. But now after the upgrades, they have the plush leather recliners that you can reserve, and you reserve your seats. So it's well worth going there for that. And then I would just watch Endgame because most of the time I have no issues with being spoiled for movies, but this is just one of those things where, yeah, I don't want it spoiled. I mean, I spoiled the crap out of like Captain Marvel for myself. I still haven't watched it yet. Still no intention to watch it until it comes out on streaming. Let's see. Did I spoil Ant-Man and Wasp for myself? No, I didn't. Nor did I watch it in the theaters either. I just, yeah. I mean, I like Ant-Man. I like Paul Rudd. I like Scott Lang. But what's the thing about it? It just doesn't feel like must see. Mm, which is real interesting when you consider the capabilities of the character. I mean, either as Ant-Man or Giant Man. And then Endgame was, or Infinity War was before that, and that one I watched opening night. Definitely no spoilers for me on that one. Yeah. Actually, if we look at the list of Marvel movies that I watched in theaters, I watched like almost all of the Phase 1 movies in the theaters. After that, I backed off, which is kind of a shame. Well, not kind of a shame. I mean, all right, let's see if we can take a look at this. Which ones were worth, in my opinion, watching in the theater? Troy, Marvel movies, Phase Phase 1. Through 4. Whatever. I misspelled that. Okay. Okay, here we go. The list of Marvel Cinematic Universe films. This will unfortunately no doubt slow down the install script, but really slow down. It's got to be slowing it down because this is going to Wikipedia. And it's just a straight text listing. Alright, Iron Man, definitely watchable in the theaters. Incredible Hulk, no. Iron Man 2, it gets a lot of hate. Definitely not as good as the first Iron Man, but I didn't mind it. Thor. Thor's an interesting one. So the parts in Asgard were well worth the theater, but the parts on Earth a little less so. So that's kind of a toss of the coin. Now, Captain America: The First Avenger, yes, I very much like it. I know some people don't, but I mean, it's a war movie with hints of Indiana Jones. I mean, it's great. And then the Avengers, of course, definitely you want to see that in the theaters. Iron Man 3, for the longest time I didn't watch Iron Man 3. I think I actually watched like Thor and Captain America before I saw Iron Man 3. Thor: The Dark World, no, not worth watching. Winter Soldier is one I should have watched in the theaters, but I didn't. Guardians of the Galaxy, yes, that was worth the theater. Avengers: Age of Ultron. I think all the Avengers movies are worth watching in the theater, to be honest. Even though that one wasn't nearly as good as the first one. And Ant-Man. I actually did watch Ant-Man in the theaters, but that was merely because I was already out that day, and I was waiting to kill time. Civil War, worth seeing in theaters. I didn't watch that in theaters. Doctor Strange, worth seeing in well, it does have some trippy effects. I'll go with like Thor on that one. Flip of the coin. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I'll go with a flip of the coin on that one also. Spider-Man: Homecoming, not really. It was good. It was good, but but Michael Keaton, that one, yeah, he was awesome. Thor: Ragnarok, definitely worth the theater. Black Panther. Now, for me personally, I mean, it's a good movie. No doubt about it. It's a good movie, but to me, it just felt like a retelling. Well, not a retelling, but very similar to the first Thor movie, just that it hit enough different beats to feel fresh, but not enough to really draw me into it. Though I understand why others would be. Avengers: Infinity War, definitely we're seeing in the theater. Ant-Man and the Wasp, no, not really. And although Ghost was a very interesting character. And Captain Marvel. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't pass judgment, but based on what I've heard, probably not so. Probably not so. So let me see. That's we'll go with the coin flips. Will say positive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. That's 12 out of 21. And it could be 13, depending upon Captain Marvel. I mean, it might appeal to me. I'm not sure. Just like Captain America vs. Avenger was one for me. And just like for some people, it's Black Panther. It's definitely one to see in the theaters. Yeah, okay. Alright. Not sure how the next phase is going to work out, though. Well, who would have thought this would have worked out so well? Because most people would say they kind of stumbled. They stumbled here with Hulk and Iron Man 2. Stumbled here on Thor. Then, after that, these were strong. You could say this was a stumble, but strong. Yeah, strong. Yeah, okay. There really aren't too many parts where they stumbled, and even a Marvel stumble, it isn't. Well, it's like a misfire in the sense of if a grenade went off at 75% of its yield. I mean, it's technically a misfire, but it's still pretty effective. I know some very discerning individuals would say, some of these movies, or even all, are trash. But as for me personally, there hasn't been a terrible Marvel movie. DC, on the other hand, oh yeah, DC. I did just watch Aquaman. Didn't I mention that? I might have mentioned that. I probably already mentioned that, but I'll mention it again because we're talking about comic book movies. I do feel like I've talked about it. See, that's the kind of movie it was. I can't be sure if I've talked about it or not. Long story short, action good, Atlantis looked fantastic, but really it was just, I mean, it wasn't Aquaman, it was Jason Momoa. And it wasn't Mira, it was Amber, whatever her name is. And Willem Dafoe being Willem Dafoe, just not creepy, like he's prone to do. Let me see, Willem Dafoe. I haven't seen his entire oeuvre, so to speak, but I've seen him in Spider-Man, and he was hamming it up there, so he was enjoyable. John Wick, well, he wasn't really hamming it up there, so I liked him in that. He pulled it back. And Boondock Saints, yes, I did like him in that one. That was funny. He was funny. And that particular one, okay. Willem Dafoe doing Willem Dafoe is awesome. Speaking of John Wick, though, John Wick 3, yeah, that's coming out too. And John Wick, that was one I saw in the theaters. Well worth it. John Wick 2 didn't see in the theaters. I'm not sure I'd say it was worth seeing in the theaters. Oh, wow, React Big Calendar. You know why we got React Big Calendar? Because the calendar's in the demo. Huh. But, after all that jibber-jabbering, this script is still running, and we are just about out of time. So, I'll finish up off camera, and we'll pick this back up tomorrow. Cool good words about liking and subscribing, commenting, and suggesting. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of this Wednesday, or whenever it is you watch this or rewatched it. I recommend rewatching things as many times as possible. And until the next time you join me, I hope that you take care and God bless.